So yet again, another game, another loss. At this point, it's predictable that we're going to lose. I'd be very shocked if we ever won another game the rest of the season, to be honest with you. I mean, we've been pathetic. The only positive, or the only good thing, or the only thing I agree with about Bergevin is that if you lack confidence, you're not going to play well. And clearly, we have no confidence because we're not playing well at all. It doesn't matter how you shake up the lines, where you put the D at, or who you have in net. At this point, it really doesn't matter because there's nothing that's going to save this season. We're not going to make the playoffs. I've said this several times, and every video that I'm going to make from now on is going to be the exact same thing. So, with that being said, I'm just going to keep stressing that there has to be a change in management, there has to be a change in staff, and the first thing that has to go is Bergevin. There's no question, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He has to go because he's a cancer. He's not doing anything. It's almost December, and he hasn't made any trades or hasn't made any acquisitions or hasn't done anything that's going to improve the team now or in the future. So he has to go. He has to get out of here. He has to get out of there. I don't know why what Jeff Molson has or what he's doing, why he's doing this. I don't know. Maybe Bergevin has pictures, and he's going to blackmail Jeff if he ever plans on thinking about fire him. I don't know what it could be because, honestly, if this was a team like Chicago or Pittsburgh or Washington and they were struggling, you know for a fact they would make changes right away. There is no excuse why there hasn't been any changes. And the media is just going to get worse and worse and worse. And there's all the speculation about... And something that came up just the other night was how this whole thing, the private life of Price, is apparently affecting the way he is. And just this whole... just everything. This is just a complete circus. It's a gong show is what this is. And... at this point, you only have one option. You have to fire the man who put this team together, who thought that this team would be a Stanley Cup contender, we would make the playoffs when we're nowhere as close. Mind you, we're only 5 or 6 points out of the playoff spot, so technically we're not eliminated, but we're not getting any better. We're not playing good at home, we're not playing good away. So how do you expect to win? Someone has to do something, and at this point, like I said, I don't think you can salvage your season. I don't think your season's worth saving, but at least do something now so then in the future, maybe something positive can come out of this. But if you keep Bergevin in there all year round and you don't trade anyone away or try to get something, nothing good is going to happen. Like, we are basically, how can I put this? We're basically going to be turning into the Leafs. I'm not trying to diss on you guys because you guys have a very talented team now, but obviously you had that big stretch where you guys weren't successful and you went X amount of years without making the playoffs, and that's exactly what we're getting. So this is karma. I guess pretty much what it is. It's karma. So we're getting what we deserve. All this time we've always been joking around saying, oh, we can't lose to the Leafs. We won like 12, 13 games straight, and now we lost 2 games at home to the Leafs, and I guarantee if we go into the ACC and try to play, we're going to lose again. Doesn't matter who we have in net, doesn't matter who we have. This season is just a joke, but Bergevin, you have to go. You have to go, man. You're not doing anything. You've had all off season to make acquisitions to make this team better. You've done nothing. Our defense is too slow. Our goalies we don't have any goalies. I mean, Price isn't playing like himself. And you pick up Niemi, who was with Pittsburgh let go, with Florida let go. So you expect him to on his third go around that he's going to turn things around? I don't think so. He's a backup at this point, but he's not the answer. And Lindgren, you can't have a kid play all these games and expect him to pull off all these upsets. And again, I'm going to stress this enough. We have no centerman. Drouin is not a center. He's a winger. So why put a winger at center? It doesn't make any sense. And the only true center we have is Buchanan, but he's a third-line center at best. He's not going to be scoring 30, 40 goals a year. So you have no center. You have no help on the wings, really, other than Pacioretty, but he's a joke. He's not a leader at all. Like, the one thing that really bothered me, especially about that Leafs game, was that he had that hit from behind on Kadri. And in my opinion, I'm a Habs fan, and I'm not jumping bandwagon, so don't expect it. But he had that hit on Kadri, which honestly, in my opinion, should have been a penalty, and then he cowardly went off the ice. Does that really sound like a leader to you?